Definitely back. Get back into my stream. Get back into the feed. Turn on the video capture again. Turn the BRB off. And we're in business. We are in business, ladies and gentlemen. Aha! Ooh, that's a neat trick. All right. So let me update my stream title. This is related to the last stream, but cool. So just updated the title there. I'm a little bit off kilter for a second. So I found this nice little glass shop in town, and I got me a pattern book. Now, a lot of the stuff I envision myself doing isn't super traditional as far as stained glass goes. I mean, I'm already gearing up to be 3D printing frames for stained glass, and traditional frames are some kind of metal fitting that's soldered around the edges, and then you solder either a paper clip or some kind of loop to them so you can tie a chain and hang them. I want to do the 3D printed frames because I figure you could get some of those real small eyelet screws, just screw them right into the plastic and hang them on a wall. It should be able to carry the weight of a picture frame, especially if you use more than one of those eye bolt screws. But so I found a couple of pattern books I like, and I went ahead and got them because it's one of those things when you see patterns you like, you really have to snatch them up because you may never, ever, ever, ever see them again. But one of the patterns I think I'm going to do as soon as I'm done with my current projects is this dragon heart. Oops, right there. This dragon heart. And I think that'll be pretty cool. There's a pheasant here. I kind of like that. That's a little more traditional, but I kind of like that pheasant. And, you know, stained glass is actually a pretty cool community. It's a lot like the 3D printing community where people, for the most part, will share. In the 3D printing community, will generally share STLs back and forth with each other. The stained glass community generally does the same thing with their patterns. Because the fact of the matter is, with glass and artist tastes, whatever I do with a pattern will be completely different than what somebody else did because of the type of glass I use, the color, and etc. So really, unless you purposely go out and copy someone as close as you can, you really don't get that. Because it's just going to be different by the nature of what the glass is and what the glass can do for you. Trying to see if there's any others in here. Ooh, this peacock's kind of nice. That peacock's kind of nice. I can definitely see myself maybe doing that. Maybe for my mother-in-law. She has peacocks and she really likes peacocks. Oh yes. This is the one that had the lion in it. So one of my sons has a saber-toothed tiger named He, but he's also really into lions. So I think I might do that one. And if you notice, that one's actually a carousel. And then there's this unicorn, or no, that's a horse. Never mind. There's this horse on a carousel. There's another pattern I have somewhere that's a unicorn, so I had unicorn on the brain. My father-in-law, or one of them, is really into fishing, so I might do that for him. And so, yeah, I've got lots of options here. And so that's going to be my content going forward, is mostly making the stained glass. Although I definitely, anytime I have a 3D printed project, will go back to the Fusion 360, we'll model something out, and we'll 3D print it if I need it. My channel is not any one thing. That's part of why I chose the name that I did, the Renaissance Tinker Dork, because I want to dabble in lots and lots of different things, kind of like the idea of a proper Renaissance man. Just have my fingers in all sorts of different projects and stuff. I don't want to stuff myself in a corner. But as far as the stained glass is concerned, it will probably be a main staple of my channel for a very, very, very long time, because I enjoy it, and it's one of the few art forms that I'm actually good at, because I couldn't draw to save my life. Excuse me. I can't paint to save my life, but I can do stained glass. Here's a quail. I might do something with that quail, maybe. I don't know. No, not. Ooh, kitty cats. We got kitty cats. Definitely gonna do that one at some point, or a version of that, anyway. See, and my problem is, since I draw, I can't really make my own patterns up from scratch, but I can get stuff from other people and then pattern it out. So when you take like a regular drawing and you pattern it out, basically you're making it to where it's stained glass friendly, and you can cut out the individual pieces, and it's actually doable. Because not everyone knows this, but there are a lot of limitations to stained glass. Because you start with a square piece of glass, and you're basically trying to cut out as close to possible from the pattern a piece of glass from that square piece. And then, because you can't cut it perfectly, you have to grind it down to fit. But I'll definitely do something with this. The mountain and tree scene right there, I'm definitely going to do something with that going forward. I'm originally from Colorado. I love mountains. I love the sunsets that you get. There's another one. Oh, that might be good. That could be a good canyon / mountain scene right there. Black and white stuff shows up really good on this camera. Almost better than me looking at it in person. And yes, traditional stained glass, you want to hang it in a window so the light can come through, but that's not all it is, because you can treat them like a portrait and hang them on the wall. And that's kind of more the idea I want to go for. Although the project I'll be working on for Spooner Sloth will be going in a window. So, it's not a hard and fast rule. I kind of do what I want to do, what I'm interested in. Ooh. That elk must be done at some point. Ooh, and a moose. We got a moose. Some bighorn sheep. Probably will do the sheep at some point. Probably. Probably with a little bit of editing. My wife was commenting on the horse that I could probably make it into a unicorn, and with some editing I probably could. There's the kitty cats from the front page that I already showed everyone. Ooh, a tiger. Now, some stained glass requires... oh, I just lost it. Requires a little bit of painting. And that one definitely is set up to require a little bit of painting. But I suppose I could do that. Or I could just pattern it out slightly differently and use black glass, which I'm more inclined to do. Especially once you blow it up and the pieces are bigger. The reason that pattern's probably set up that way, because if you do it at size, the stripes on the tiger are not really big enough to cut out, but once you scale it up, it would be. Oh, that's kind of cute. Got a fairy. The back of this book is more floral patterns than anything. But I might do like this little boy fishing there, or child, whatever. Might do him at some point. Or her. Girls fish too. Ooh. I like this. And that would definitely be in theme with my name, Renaissance. I like that castle. Ooh, there's a unicorn. She'd be a unicorn. And I would actually scale that up and then kind of section the horn out so it had that kind of traditional twisty unicorn look that you kind of expect from a unicorn horn. Oops. Yeah, and then the whole book fell apart. It's kind of old, but the patterns are still good, so we're fine. If it will just stay together long enough for me to put it down. Yeah, I think they need one. We got some goodies the other day. We got some saw coolant. This goes in the water of your grinder or saw. Help reduce wear on it. I got this nice little glass organizer. So I'm looking forward to using that. We figured out the last time we went through this box that I kind of didn't have enough glass for both projects. So we went and got some. And if you want to see the glass, we're gonna look at the new glass. But if you want to see the old glass, you're going to have to go watch my VOD from a couple weeks ago, I think it was. We do not need the bags in here. Oh. And before, I did talk a little bit about how I scaled everything up, but I'll just show the small patterns because you can watch the VOD. But so there's the small version of the sloth that I'll be doing for Spooner Sloth, and the small version of Fun King 3D's logo that I'll be doing for him. So I got some more of these kind of creamy oranges. There's two pieces here. Here's the other piece. That's for the negative space around Spooner Sloth's sloth. I got some more of this kind of nifty looking red to interplay in between the orange and the red, or the oranges. I got two pieces of it. So some really neat looking reds. Nice reddish orange. Kind of in between the creamsicle color and that red color. Oh yes, this is the broken one. I had to have more of it, so I just took it, but it is broken, so I'm being very careful because I don't want to break it more. But there are two pieces in here. The other piece isn't broken as badly, so it's kind of right now being the structural integrity for the other. And this is the piece I forgot last time. This is that funky textured red that I was talking about. It's going to actually be the tongue of that little Fun King character.
Mom, what? Don't ever go to stores again, okay? Then take one away from them each. We'll put one Civil Wars away. You better eat that. You have to eat first. Oh, it is Lawrence Welk, so okay.
There we go. Having some issues getting that one back in the thing. And yeah, there's a ton more glass in here, but I showed you that on a previous stream. And so yeah, that's what I'm got to work with. Hopefully here in a few weeks I'll start working on it, start cutting some glass, and it's coming soon, I promise, because I've got all the glass I need. Just got to get a few more supplies and get set up, get a little work area, and we will be good to go. I appreciate everybody who watches this. Hopefully you've had a good time. I'm gonna go see who's on. Gonna host somebody, and we'll see you later. Well, this won't be a very big host for her, but she's the only one on. So there we go. Everyone, enjoy some K-Pike fashion.